Welcome to another video. We are going to look at the Cambridge O-Level Biology Paper 1, which came in 2024 May, June. And again, if you are a grade 12 writing ECZ and also maybe grade 12 or 11 writing Cambridge, feel free, the content is the same because they all follow the same thing. So without even wasting much of your time, let's dive into the question themselves. So I'll scroll down to question number 1. So the first question says, which type of cell has a cellulose cell wall? Which type of cell has a cellulose cell wall? Now, cells with a cellulose cell, they are actually plant cells. Or what they're telling you is that class, find a cellulose cell, find a plant cell, that's all. So from here, which one is a plant cell? Is actually the same one called plant. Nothing to worry about. Some young plants were put into the soil and grew well for a few weeks. They then began to show signs of disease. Samples of the diseased leaves were examined using a microscope. Which observations of the organism causing the disease show that it could be a fungus? Or what they're trying to say is that the characteristics that shows that something is a fungus. Now, based on the characteristics that were shown by this plant, long and thread-like structures, chloroplast not present, cell walls present, nuclei surrounded by a membrane. So which one is your correct answer here? Actually, all of them. A fungi has got all of them that have been ticked here, meaning A is the correct answer. Why? It has got a long and thread-like structure. That's the structure of a fungus, actually. We know that. It does not have chloroplast, which is true. The cell wall is present. Of course, a fungus has got cell wall. It has got also a nucleus, yes, which is surrounded by a nuclear membrane. So we are correct. Question number 3 says, the cell wall of a plant cell is removed using an enzyme. What would happen if this cell is then placed in distilled water? So imagine we remove the cell wall from a plant cell. Now we put it in distilled water. Remember that putting a cell in distilled water allows the cell to gain water by osmosis, meaning that cell will do what? Would burst because there is no more cell wall to protect it. Just like an animal cell. An animal cell doesn't have a cell wall. When you put in distilled water, it bursts, it undergoes cell lysis. Same thing when you put a plant cell in distilled water, but it doesn't have a cell wall, it will still burst. Are we there? Okay? Good. We're on question number 4, which says the table shows the concentration of 4 types of particles in 2 cells. So we've got particle here, and then we have also the concentration in arbitrary units. So we have magnesium ion, nitrate ion, oxygen molecules, and water molecules. Here we've got cell 1 and cell 2. You can see the concentration of each ion there. Now, which particle can only be moved by active transport between the cells in the direction described? Now, let's look at the table here. I have the particle here and the direction. Now, the direction is here. Now, we know that moving an ion by active transport, meaning we are moving from low to high. Take note of that. As long as something is moving by active transport, it's actually coming from low to high. So now, which one of these things is agreeing with the statement? Let's look at A. Magnesium ion from cell 1 to cell 2. Let's look at magnesium ion. Magnesium ion in cell 1, it is highly concentrated. In cell 2, it is low concentrated. So we can't have a movement from high to low under active transport, meaning A is out. Are you seeing how we make judgment? Number B is nitrate ion, moving from cell 2 to cell 1. Let's check out. Under nitrate ion, in cell 1, it is high. In cell 2, it is low. Meaning we are moving from cell 2 to cell 1, which is fine because we are moving from 4 to 9, which is from low to high. Meaning B is suits. But if you want, you can check oxygen molecules are moving from 1, no, because they're moving from high to what? To low. Let's look at water molecules. Really, can water molecules move by active transport? No. Water molecules, they move by what? Osmosis. So, meaning B is the correct answer. Don't even have to waste the time there. Number 5, which type of food molecules have the element nitrogen in its structure? Come on, give me this one. This one, you know it. Yes, amino acid. Actually, it comes from proteins, right? Proteins have got nitrogen. Remember the amide linkage. If you have done organic chemistry under nylon, nylon has the same linkage as proteins, known as the amide linkage. And an amide linkage has got nitrogen in it, meaning a protein. But a building block of protein is an amino acid. Clear, right? Next is question 6, which says, which test can be used to determine the presence of glucose? Hey, glucose is a carbohydrate. So a carbohydrate, we use what type of reagent? Careful. And also, which test do we use? And the answer is A, Benedict solution. Or, sorry, we use Benedict solution to test, meaning the test itself is the Benedict test. Clear? You have my number on top. Do the needful.